Ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call this meeting to order. It is approximately 5:35 in the afternoon, October 12th, 2021. At this time, can we please have roll call?
Juan Avila,
Present.
Valentina Escamilla, Valentina Escamilla,
Present.
Rosie Centeno Hinojosa, Alejandra Cadena, Mike Kazin, Angel Guerrero is still pending oath information, and Joe Brennan is still pending oath information.
Thank you, ma'am. We do have a quorum, is that correct?
Yes, we do.
Thank you. Uh, Again, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining in. If you can bear with me just a second, my thing is freezing up. Trying to pull up there we go. There we go. Bear with me, bear with me. Okay, at this time, I'd like to, if everybody had time to go through the agenda, we need the approval of minutes for May 25th, 2021. Did anybody have a chance to go over them? And if there's any discussion, if not, so I can have a motion to go ahead and approve the minutes of May 25th of 2021. Any questions?
I approve the message.
Ms. Centeno?
Mr. Avila, Ms. Centeno has a couple of comments.
Okay. Go ahead, Ms. Centeno.
20 minutes after. By the time I got here, you all were gone.
No, this 25th.
For me,
The other meeting was in July.
I'm not talking about it for the marketing app.
No, July, we didn't mark anybody. Don't have minutes. Not sure.
Okay, but today, that's when they told me. But they're the one that was also,
This was May 25th. Yeah.
because you know, I would never go into the,
Yeah, okay.
I had my phone, I saw it, I mean, yeah. For 5 times, and if I go in, no avail.
Okay.
And I do have a problem, you all working me absent. Really, I was good trying, my utmost.
Let me, Mr. Avila, were you able to hear that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so Ms. Centeno is stating that she has an issue with being marked absent for the May 25th meeting. Was having
Okay.
issues logging on.
Okay, yes, I forwarded, Ms. Centeno, I did forward an email. I believe it was either to Mrs. Esparza or Ms. San Miguel, I can't recall. I did forward it along with a screenshot where you were trying to log in. At this point right now, it's pending until further discussion to see if that absences, I believe it was going to be removed after speaking to Mrs. Hale for the failure to communicate, but that was, going to be looked at. That was out of our control. Just, for the board members to know, Ms. San Miguel and I and Ms. Hale met via a telephone conference about these issues, and we're getting them resolved. Ms. San Miguel did state, that the beginning of the logging in Zoom meetings that we were having. Where there's failure communication. I understand that. Not all of us could log in correctly. I had problems as well. So, they are looking at it, and we will be advised at a later time, Centeno.
She stated if you would let her know.
Yes, ma'am, I surely will. Can I have? Yes, ma'am.
I also want to mention that Ms. San Miguel and Ms. Rosa Soto, they're currently right now in a different meeting, one of with the youth, and so they'll be joining us as soon as that meeting is over. San Miguel, just
Hello?
no. Avila.
Hello?
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 Can you hear me, Mr. Avila? Mr. Avila?
I can barely hear y'all.
No, Mr. Avila.
I know, I can barely hear them too as well, Mr. Avila. I can barely hear.
Yeah, I can barely hear too.
Mr. Avila, can you hear us?
Let me log off and let me try to log back in real quick.
Okay.
Let me log off. It is 5:42 for the record. It's 5:42. Failure on communication. I will try to log off and log back on.
Yes, sir.
At this time, we'll put the meeting into a recess at 5:42. Uh, like to call this meeting back to order. I'm having a short recess. It's 47 p.m. Again, we're at the Paratransit PAC committee, and I was looking for a motion to minutes of approval of May 25th, 2021. We had comments by Mrs. Centeno. We were taken, and we will bring an answer to you, Mrs. Centeno, as soon as possible. Can I have a motion, please, for minutes to approve?
I approve it, sir.
There's a motion. Can I get a second?
Ms. Centeno, second.
Thank you. Any comments? If not,
No, sir.
motion carries. Okay, public comments. Citizens are required to fill out an online witness card no later than 5 p.m. and can be found at the https://elmetrotransit.com. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per speaker. No more than 3 persons will be allowed. Any side of issues, speakers may not pass their minutes to any other speaker. Comments should be relevant to city businesses and delivered in a professional manner. No negatory remarks will be permitted. Is there anybody that had signed up for public comment, Mrs. Parza?
No, Mr. Avila, I did not receive any public comments.
Thank you. Moving along. Item number 5, district reports concerning paratransit.
Mr.
Monday.
Avila, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Ms. Centeno has I have a couple of comments. Public comment.
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead, Ms. Centeno.
She's expressing her concern, Mr. Avila, regarding the paratransit service, and I'm not sure if you're able to hear her from where she's at.
No, I'm not able, Ms. Centeno, I'm not able to hear you, so I'll ask Mrs. Parza, please, for her assistance on that, so she can let us know exactly what you're saying, because I cannot hear you.
Yes, sir. Neither as well. I can't hear anything what she's saying, sir. So, yeah.
I will go ahead and repeat what Ms. Centeno is about to say.
Thank you, Mrs. Parza.
about getting late to work or getting sick. Say about that.
This is public comment, Ms. Centeno. I'm just gonna repeat it to Mr. Avila, what you just said, because he did not get to hear none of that. Mr. Avila, Ms. Centeno stated that during the past 4 times that she's been picked up late, she mentioned one example at 8:20. She needs to be there before 8 at work. She mentioned that it's not the driver's fault, that some vans were taken away, and that they had mentioned to her that they were going to be brought back when school started. And did I miss anything else, Ms. Centeno? I'm basically going to just the basic info that you mentioned. Is that is that what you mentioned, Ms. Centeno? Okay. Okay, Mr.
Thank you, Mrs.
Avila.
Parsa. Thank you, Mrs. Parsa. Since it's a public comment, I cannot relate into it. So we'll keep those public comments and take them into consideration, Ms. Centeno. Any other comments?
No, Mr. Avila, none at the moment.
Thank you. Moving along. Number 5, district reports. Asserting the paratransit needs in Laredo, El Metro Current, and LIFT program complies with the FTA requirements for complementary paratransit services as a demand response, share ride services, and disseminate the services information to the entire service area. Any reports from either district? District 1, District 2, District 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Not at the moment.
Thank you. Rapidly moving along. Number 6, staff reports and communication. Mrs. Parza, go ahead.
Yes, I'll be right there, Mr. Avila.
Thank you.
It's because my laptop. Okay, we're back. Are you able to view it, Mr. Avila?
No, I'm not. Going up, going up, going up. There we go.
Going up, going.
Go ahead.
There you go.
There we go.
Do you want me to go by each month, which was July, August, September, or for the ridership count?
No, just go ahead and just give the overall.
Okay, let me scroll down.
We can see it. I mean, it's visual. Let's, if they have any questions, we can just go ahead and ask. But if not, let's just go ahead and run along with it.
Okay, so for the month of July, we had a total of 2,244 riders. And for the month of August, we had a total of 2,154 riders. And for the month of September, we had a total of 2,162 riders.
Wow.
So I'm going to give you the last count for the month of September.
Thank you.
So for the we had a total of 423 cancellations. We had a total of 221 advanced cancellations and 97 late cancellations. For the month of September, we had a total of 75 no-shows and 30 individuals who were able to cancel through the phone system, through the IVR phone system. For the month of September, the total trips for wheelchair customers was a total of 34 passengers. And currently right now, we have a total of 214 wheelchair customers. The next report that you're going to see is the fixed route mobility device boarding report. And I'm just gonna go over the past 3 months, which is July. We had a total of 73 passengers. that had a wheelchair boarding. For the month of August, we had a total of 94 passengers, and for the month of September, we had a total of 83 passengers. The next report,
Mrs. Barca, just really quick, on that same report, what we're looking at is that the customers are feeling comfortable riding on the fixed route uh, bus. Is that correct? Is that what it looks like?
yeah, this is for the regular fixed route buses, Mr. Avila.
Correct. But what I'm saying is, it looks like the wheelchair customers are feeling comfortable to riding along in a fixed route instead of using a lift because the numbers are going up. Yeah, it's scattered down a little bit, but I mean the numbers have been up.
Yes, that's a good prediction that we can make, Mr. Avila.
Okay.
The
Thank
next
you. Go
report,
ahead.
I'm sorry. The next report is the total registered customers that we have currently right now. We have a total of 701 active customers. For the month of September, we had 13 customers that registered. We had 5 customers that were able to renew their services for the year for another 3 years. And we had a total of 8 new registered customers. The next report will be, let me zoom out. Give me a second, Mr. Avila. There you go. So the next report will be provided by Mr. Bernal.
Thank you.
Budgeted was 9,693, 1,485. Positive balance of 7,208. Lubricants, total of 185, 186. Expenses, positive balance of 1,179.28. Our insurance, budgeted was 151,000. Actual was 181, 165,096 cents. Budgeted for 9 was 32,650. Positive balance of 9. Personnel, which is the highest, was budgeted was $1,419,748. Actual was $1,179,685.94, with a positive balance of $2.06 for the year end.
Mr. Avila?
And that's up to October the 7th of 2021. Is that correct?
No, sir, we, a small, typo, it's 30th, 2021 for the year.
Okay.
That's the date of the date the report was.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Bernal. Any questions for Mr. Bernal? Ms. Centeno, Mrs. Barca, can you ask Ms. Centeno since I can't hear her?
Yes, I will repeat what Ms. Centeno will say right now. Mr. Avila, Ms. Centeno wanted to know how the insurance was calculated, and Mr. Bernal, your response.
Well, the expense might be higher than what's budgeted.
Were you able to hear that, Mr. Avila?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry.
The actual expenses were a bit higher than the insurance cost per month, per year, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna move forward. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Avila. It's your meeting.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mrs. Barca. I know it's hard to be hearing, speaking for them, and but honestly, it's just the communication. It's really I can't hear Ms. Centeno at all. We're trying hard, but I can't. go ahead with the El Metro Outreach report.
Okay. The outreach report will be provided by Ms. Vicky Ibarra. Yeah.
Hello,
Yes. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
hello.
Mr. Avila, can you hear Ms. Ibarra?
I No, I cannot hear Miss Ibarra. I can hear you real clearly, Mrs. Parza, but I cannot hear Mrs. Ibarra.
Okay. For the outreach report, I did go to Larga Vista Community Center, Ladriera Recreational Center, and several dialysis center that which I provided applications for the LIFT program.
Okay, Miss Ibarra, if I may, I have a question. How many applications do you leave per site? Like, let's say Larga Vista, Ladriera, U.S. Rental, Hope Kidney. A rough idea of how many applications you leave there, and how many. And let's say you went to Larga Vista today, and I'm just quoting.
Yeah.
Let's say you went there today, you dropped off 30 applications. When do you go back and check and see how many applicants were picked up, or what is the follow that you do on that? What is the follow up?
Was the only thing is I go and give out the information and the application. I give 10 per location, and then I follow up with the person the person in contact with that location. But as too far if they like got picked up or not, that's they need to
So
be
so
submitted.
let's Okay. So, and I'm sorry for interrupting. Let's say you went to Larga Vista again today. You dropped off 10 applications. Do you communicate with that person again next Tuesday to see how many applications were taken from him to fill out? Or do you wait for them to reach out back to you?
We wait. Well, the thing is that I call the person that I gave the application to, and then
Hmm.
they have to go and give the application to the doctor, and then so I don't, let's be honest.
Okay. I don't understand. I don't know if I'm explaining myself correctly to you, but what I'm trying to find out is, okay, you left 10 applications. They give them out to the customers. But my question literally is, how do we know how many of those applicants are we receiving back from that area?
Mr.
Do
Avila,
you?
currently at the moment, we're not measuring um, the distribution of the applications that we are conducting right now, Mr. Avila.
Okay. And is there any plans to do that, Mrs. Parza, to find out where the
The only,
necessity
I'm sorry, go ahead.
of the ridership is more needed at, whether it's south side, west side, north side? I mean, can we give a variance of numbers out?
As far as where the demand is for the service,
See, let's say, okay, let's put down La Ladriera, Hope Kidney, and Liberty. Okay, so we dropped 10 applications to each one. But Ladriera, se acabaron las applications today. So they need more. So how do we find out who's giving them out to the customers, and the necessity of the ¿cómo se llama? Of the services needed? Ladriera, Hope Kidney, that's what I'm trying to find out. Who is really helping us get customers into our system to where they know that we're there to service them without having any problems, or worrying about how am I going to get my dialysis or what have you.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Ayala. Claudia San Miguel here. I'm
Good afternoon, ma'am.
trying to follow what you're asking here. So basically,
I just want to know.
our outreach is, we know where hospital friends gather obviously, trying to engage to elderly or otherwise disabled residents that might take, might need the paratransit services. So this is how you see this list is very targeted. Rec centers that are currently open for those senior groups and the likes. Not all of them are open, but those that are open for seniors, we are, going and visiting and dropping off applications. We also know whether the dialysis centers and some of the clinics as well, where we can see that the need, or passengers be in need of public transportation, in this case a lift. So those are the places that we target based on our, I said, experience, sometimes feedback from the drivers that will say, this clinic is stating that there might be some potential clients. So this is where Ms. Vic is gonna go drop off information packages with, a list information. She drops off blank applications. That way, pretty much the clinics and the staff, they pass them out to the clients or prospective clients. So Miss Vicky, she leaves her business card behind. So if for whatever reason they run out of applications, they give us a call and we go back and drop them off. Whether, they fill them up, they take it to the doctor or not, that's definitely something that we're not able to track at this time. In reference to outreach, I can tell you that precisely this afternoon, I had conversation with Ms. Noraida Negron, which is something that you and I talk about with Ms. Christina Hell. So I had a conversation with her, and she's gonna try to work on this PSA, which is really gonna do what you know we've been talking about. Reaching out
Yes,
to
ma'am.
those people that need the service. So she's gonna work on that PSA kind of with the draft. Of course they are the experts on this, so they're gonna work on a draft on, the setting, preferably utilizing a van. I shared with them that you had expressed that Ms. Centeno would like to participate and possibly yourself. So we should be getting some final thoughts on that by the end of this week, which I think is great news, Sorry that we're gonna finally be able to get that done. And based on my conversation with Ms. Negron, that's something that should happen like here pretty quick. That's gonna help us really reach out to those other individuals that again might need, will be taking advantage of the paratransit service.
Correct. And I thank you, Mr. Miguel, for for following up with it and letting us know the follow up. I think this Ms. Centeno, Mr. Kazin, and I had been asking for it. And I know, like we spoke on the phone on the previous meeting, that due to COVID, our hands were stranded. But in Lightning, hopefully, we're getting back to normal somehow down the line. It's going to be done, and I think, and you're right, I think it's going to do a lot of it's going to get us in a lot of potential clients that are going to be using our services more. And with that same token, I will go into it a little bit of the, well, no, let me retract that. I better not comment on that. uh I think it'll just bring more potential clients to paratransit, and I think we'll reach out to the community in the way that we've wanted to for the longest. But yes, thank you for that, Ms. San Miguel. I appreciate it.
And I don't have, the next week. I'll email you something from Ms. Negron.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And we'll continue on with monthly maintenance status report.
Okay, Mr. Avila, the maintenance monthly status report, I guess I'll go over for the month of September. So for the month of
Oh,
September, there was a total of 17,998 miles traveled for the Lyft paratransit vans. Um, a total of all the performance maintenance inspections were done on time 100%, and a total of 2 road calls for the Lyft vans.
any questions or comments? questions or comments?
No comment, sir.
Thank you. Is that the last one, Mrs. Parza?
Yes, it is. Oh, well, actually, we have one more report, Mr. Avila, that I'm gonna share. Give me just
Okay.
1 second. So, on item number 6, Mr. Avila, if you notice, it says at lift stations, these are the authorized 10-7 locations for the lift paratransit service. These are the approved, lift stations for our drivers, for our services. So we just, wanted to provide this information for our committee members. And so on these said locations, it's on station number one meaning at 401 Scott Street. Station number 2 is at 2129 Corpus Christi. Station number 3 is on Bustamante and North Meadow Avenue. And station number 4 is at 7501 San Dario Avenue. That's where the Target store is on San Dario.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at that. Okay, thank you. Any questions or comments from the board? That was the last one, Mrs. Parza?
Those are the last of the staff reports. I'm gonna
Okay.
share the screen for the agenda.
I would like to ask the board, please. I do have a comment. Mr. Kazin has sent me a text stating that he will be stepping down from the paratransit. He's found himself he's found himself a job, so he's going to be busy and he will not be able to participate with us. So I would like to put on the for the following agenda. I will need a motion to go ahead and name a vice president, even though we'll probably get back to normal with the other people that are waiting some sort of information to be sworn in. We should have another still we should be going forward with more board members. So I would like to name a vice president on the next meeting so we can put that on the agenda. If I can have a motion for that.
Yes. Ms. Centeno motioned, Mr. Avila?
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Aye.
Thank you. There's a motion on the floor. Any questions, comments? Thank you. Ms. Esparza, we can put that on the next meeting, please, so we can go ahead and name a vice president.
Just be sure we'll add it, Mr. Kazin. No? Mr. Avila,
Yes, ma'am.
we will add it to the
Okay.
agenda for the next meeting.
Okay, I was like, maybe he joined in at the last minute. Okay, any other discussion or with possible recommendations? Any comments?
Mr. Avila, Ms. Centeno is going to comment on something right now.
Go ahead. Thank you, Ms. Centeno. Go ahead.
Walk. All drivers were very positive about it. Helped me very much. I want to thank them and thank the transit itself for everything they do.
Mr. Avila, Ms. Centeno mentioned that she wanted to thank the paratransit service because most recently she couldn't walk and the drivers were very cautious about helping her get on the van. And she also wanted to thank the transit department.
Thank you, Ms. Centeno. Very well stated. You know, I thank you for your comments. It's very appreciated. I know the department is trying to work hard with us, and we're trying to work with them. And you know, it's just a team that we're struggling here and there with making quorums, and you know, trying to get board members to stay around. It's been a hard one. It hasn't been easy. It's been a roller coaster, but there's three of us still hanging on, and that's what we need for a quorum. And if we still hang on, I think we can go ahead and work with this department very fairly and in a professional manner. Let me just retract something real quick, and I'm sorry I missed that one. Uh, can I have a motion to approve the staff reports that we just received without any, if you have any comments or questions on them, please let me know now. If not, can I have a motion to approve them?
I approve.
Ms. Centeno motion to approve the report.
Thank you. And there's a second. Any discussion? Motion carries. Okay. We don't have anything for executive session. And anything else from Ms. Centeno? You have anything else?
She does not have any,
Did she?
she does not have any comments at the moment, Mr. Avila, and she just hopes
Okay.
that they get the vans back.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to Mr. Escamilla? Do you have any comments or questions? I'm sorry, sir.
Monday?
Any questions or comments?
No, sir, not at the moment.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
I accept, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Centeno, Mr. Escamilla, he made the motion, so do you want a second? Ms. Centeno, will second that motion.
Thank you. And at this time, it is 6:18 p.m. Motion carries. Thank you very much, everybody. And we'll see you on the next one.